Alright, so I guess whenever we're not reacting to like comment videos, we're reacting to Clumsy because this man is one of my favorite YouTubers so far that I've ever reacted to. I can't lie. So subscribe to him, subscribe to me. Like my video, like his video, comment down below. Cheese stick. What the? Comment down below. Cheese stick. Let's go.
Working in fast food for 3 years was an experience to say the least. Was it a good or bad
What fast
experience?
food?
Honestly, it was a bit of both. Like, of course, there was a bunch of weird, gross, and stressful situations that would happen, but at the same time, those situations
get free
have helped
food?
me grow into the person I am today. And I definitely feel like my experience working in fast food was better than the average person.
The thing is, if I worked at like either Five Guys or Culver's, I would just steal the food because I you know me, bro, those are so good.
Like, I've seen multiple TikToks and Reels of people talking about their experience working in fast food, and some of them were describing it like it was just pure, utter despair and torture. I did have decent managers and coworkers, which is probably why my experience wasn't that bad and why I stayed for as long as I did. If all the managers I had were buns and I didn't get along with my coworkers, I probably would have left after 3 weeks instead of staying for 3 years. 3 years is a long time, and throughout that time, I have done and saw
For the entire thing? Like for that one thing?
questionable shit. Let's get into my confessions as a fad.
Oh hell. Oh.
Some of the bullshit that would occur during the shift would be because of the manager working during that time. There was this one manager that I low-key liked, but at the same time, he was moving kinda weird, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start off with the good attributes of this manager first. This manager was definitely one of the chill ones. Like, he low-key did not give a fuck about anything. Like, he would occasionally slide me some free food if I did
Oh yeah, that's a W
in
manager.
the kitchen during a busy rush, and some of the conversations I would have with him would be funny as hell. Like, he just didn't take his job too seriously, which I admire a lot. But at the same time, his chill attitude towards working and not taking shit too seriously is also the reason why some questionable scenarios ended up happening. I remember this one time where I made a cheeseburger, and you already know, bruh.
Burger? Did he just say his my
I made that shit as fast as possible. I was really moving like this guy. When we would finish assembling any type of item, we would slide it across to the front where another person would bag the items into their respective orders. And when I slid the cheeseburger across, my clumsy ass ended up sliding the cheeseburger off the assembly line and onto the grimy and sticky ass floor. If you were in this situation, what would you do? Would you
I'd just steal the food and eat it. Isn't it in the wrapper? I would just like take it home.
pick the cheeseburger off the floor and make a new one? B, pick the cheeseburger off the ground and slide it to the front anyway? Or C, pick up the cheeseburger and hide it somewhere so you can eat it
We all pick a C, right?
later on your break. I'm not gonna lie, bruh. If you picked A or C, then you're valid. And if you pick B, then you are one corrupt motherfucker and you need to get yourself checked at a therapist or something. In this particular situation, I picked option A, and as I was walking towards near the front of the assembly line to pick the cheeseburger off the ground and chuck it into one of the nearby waste buckets, that one manager ended up picking it off the ground for me. But instead of throwing it in one of the waste buckets, he put it back on the assembly line and packed it into one of the orders. When I saw that shit happen in front of me, I had to press him because, yo, surely that's not allowed, bruh.
That's not allowed, bro.
Like that
I mean, it was still in the wrapper, was it not?
cheeseburger was just on the ground, and he was like, no, it's okay, bro, it's inside of a wrapper anyways. Just focus on the other orders.
No, but he's right.
When he said this, I was like, damn, because prior to this, I didn't really think of him in a negative way. I thought he was one of the chill managers. And for those of you wondering what my next course of action was, I did end up grabbing the cheeseburger out of the bag that it was packed in, and I threw it away and remade the burger.
You're such a great guy, man.
Because there is no way we can be serving food that was just picked off the floor, bruh. Like, this motherfucker
McDonald's floor have to be like one of the worst floors in the world.
made me feel like I was working at the chum bucket with all the
Oh no, that was
unsanitary shit that was going on. Let's get on to the next one. To my knowledge, the spot that I worked at was the only fast food place in my country that didn't give their workers free food. Because I knew some people that worked at KFC, Popeyes, Burger King, and they told me that they got free food during or sometimes before or after their shift.
Oh, that's a
but for us, Ronald's Burger workers, bruh. The most we got was
Who
50%
the is Ronald's Burger? Oh, it's probably McDonald's.
off a single meal or item during our shift. And if we wanted some grub when it wasn't our shift, we only had a 10% discount. And I'm not trying to act like an ungrateful ass, spoiled ass kid, but we should be getting a little bit more off the discounts, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I
if
feel
y'all
like free
working there.
food should be the bare minimum benefit that we get. Like surely a free 25% pounder or a McCluck in a shift wouldn't send the company into bankruptcy. Because we
I can't tell if he's just saying this for like funny or just not trying to get copyright.
didn't get free food, a lot of us allegedly would steal food because most of us were high school kids, broke as hell. The main
Yeah, we would all.
method people would do was to grab a nugget or two from the trays in the warmer, walk into the walk-in freezer, and then eat the nuggets in the blind spots of the cameras inside the freezer. Yes, bro, we did have cameras inside the walk-in freezer. They were really on our ass. Another method that I would do, I mean, other people would allegedly do, was like a couple minutes before we went on break, we would make the burger that we want or item that we want and hide it underneath the assembly line. And when it was time to go on our break, we would just take the food item that we hid underneath the line and take it to the break room to eat it or to our cars for those people that had cars. For the people that did end up paying the 50% or sometimes full price for an item during the shift, if I was on the line and the person that placed the order was someone that I was cool with, I would allegedly slide in an extra patty or some other items just to make sure that they were getting their money's worth. And they would do the same for me. Quick story time. There was this one guy that I worked with in the kitchen that a lot of people did not fuck with. And this was because he was one of those
And he took his job too serious or something?
people that took their job way too seriously. Like he was the polar opposite of that one chill manager that I had. For the sake of the story, I'ma name him M. Like M was acting and moving like a manager more than the actual managers. Like he would always snitch and press people for the smallest shit, bruh. Like he
So
actually
he's like a nerd, but in like
me off. There was this one time where I put 2 pieces of bacon instead of 1 on this burger because the 1 slice of bacon I did put was a tiny ass piece and I didn't want to disappoint the customer with it. And was beside me when I did this. And
whoa. What'd you say?
to disappoint the customer with it. And
He said name on. Oh, okay. I thought he said the N word.
was beside me when I did this, and he said, "That's a bit generous, don't you think?" And he made me put the extra slice of bacon back into
I'd kill him.
the tray.
What?
Like he was one of those people, bruh. And because I'm not really the type to dislike or hate someone, I decided to try get on his good side this one time. One shift, I was on the line assembling orders, and he just went on his break and ordered some food. And as an attempt to get him to press me less about shit and not just have negative energy around me all the time, I decided to slip an extra patty onto his burger. And when he saw me do this, he was like, "Oh, thank you for that." Like he told me thank you in the most nonchalant way possible. And after that, I thought we were cool and that he would maybe stop acting the way he was.
Take that patty right off and throw it at his face.
To my surprise, doing this did not do shit. There was this one time where someone that I was cool with placed an order while I was on the assembly line, and just like how I would usually do, I would slide in an extra patty or some into their order. But do you know who else was on the line? Bruh. And when he saw me slide in the extra patty into the burger and slide it towards the front where the bagging area was, this motherfucker ran to the front and said, "No, don't do that." Like bro sprinted after that cheese.
Nah, I just wanna jump.
Burger like his life.
That guy he pisses me off and I don't even know who he is.
On it, bruh. And he grabbed it and asked me to remove the extra patty. And you already know I wasn't gonna let him do me like that after I blessed him one time with that free patty. So I had to do a little pump fake. Like I placed the patty back in the tray and grabbed a new one right out. Unfortunately, he didn't fall for it and he even started pressing me about it. And because I didn't want the situation to escalate into a full-on scene, I ended up putting the extra patty back in the tray. Like I gave up, bruh. If you
he's an actual loser for that.
Food or just any minimum wage job, I definitely feel like there's a certain quality of work that you should aim for. Like you gotta make sure you're not getting anyone sick or providing poor quality service, but taking your job too seriously is just not it, bro. Because at the end of the day, the company or establishment that you work for doesn't really care about you and they just see you as a number, bro. On to the next one.
They see you as an employee, bro. They do not care about you, bro.
We've all seen those side-to-side fast food item comparisons where it shows the item in the ad looking all nice and sexy, and then you compare it to the real thing where the cheese is halfway off the burger.
What the
and ketchup is smeared all over the bun, and you may be wondering.
Oh yeah, with if y'all ever have those like tiny have y'all ever had the $5 meal from McDonald's? If y'all haven't, y'all never struggle. But they like the ketchup would always be like on one side of like all the ketchup would always be on one side of the burger, and then it'd just be all over the other patty,
all
bro.
over the bun, and you may be wondering why that's the case. And I'm gonna let you know about something right now. At the place I worked at, there was a screen near the drive-thru area that ranked our store based on how fast they completed the orders. And if a particular store consistently has a high rank on that leaderboard, they would get some type of award or something for it. I think it was Store of the Year. Like, the managers were
And what do you get out of that?
treating this shit like the playoffs, and because of this, they would always pressure us to make the orders as fast as possible. And during lunch or dinner rushes, it would be pretty difficult to make the orders quickly without messing up the placement of the buns, sauce, meat, etc. So if you haven't worked in fast food before and were
Also, that's why my burgers are always messed.
wondering why your burgers always end up looking like this, now you know.
Okay.
Another thing some people would do is that when customers ask for no salt on the fries or no seasoning on the patty, they would straight up ignore that shit, bruh. If you don't know,
Nah, it'd also be with pickles, bro. I swear they be putting pickles more whenever I ask for them. And when I don't ask for them, whenever I do ask for them, they never put them. But when I don't ask for them, no, they put them.
if you ask for no salt or no seasoning on the fries or patties, we would usually have to cook up a fresh batch because it was procedure to add the seasoning right after they were done cooking. That method of getting fresh food is now patched, and you might as well just ask politely for a fresh batch of fries or meat, bruh. You would probably have a higher chance of getting what you want.
That was it. Alright. Subscribe to Clumsy, please. What the hell? What is this? I'm not playing this, bro. But yeah, bro, subscribe to Clumsy. Oh, subscribe to me, road to 1.5K, and yeah, bro.